welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Espresso here on SABC3. Now, we've been remembering Tata Madiba throughout the recipes that we've been making on the show today. And this morning, we're making something that he discovered way back in 1934 when he enrolled in Clarkbury Methodist School, scones, something he began to enjoy. And later on, when he wrote to the daughter of the woman who first made it, he said that to a boy of 16, scones became a royal feast. And this morning, Sam Linsell is going to be making us those scones. So, good morning, Sam. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Let me tell you, I feel so special making and eating all of these different foods today. So I'm quite interested to see how we're going to be making these specific scones.
Yes, well, we thought for Madiba we'd keep it a little bit plain because he didn't really like overly fancy food.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the scones that he ate when he was 16 would have been sort of plainer and served with a lovely jam and butter.
I love that.
This particular recipe is fantastic because it's really one of the easiest recipes I've ever come across. And it's just a case of putting everything in the bowl and mixing up.
Okay.
So you literally just start with, you can use a stand mixer as well, or you could do it by hand.
All right.
Literally pop everything into a bowl.
All of your wet ingredients.
All the wet ingredients, the milk, the butter, the egg. It takes quite a lot of baking powder, but it's a little cheat because I think that is what helps it make it rise so nicely.
Yes.
So don't be afraid of that.
Okay.
And then into the bowl, and it's actually quite a lot easier just to use
a
hand mixer to get all the wet things going.
Wonderful. There we go. I can't believe that you just pop all the wet stuff in
all
first,
together.
Mix it up nicely, and you're halfway there.
Yeah, then we add the flour.
Oh, wonderful.
Off we go.
So now having to rub it between the fingers.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that, but what I like about this recipe is that you don't need to worry with that.
Oh, I like this recipe too.
You literally get it all going.
Look at that.
And then there we're done. Once it's all starting to make a dough,
just get that off the bottom.
Just get off the beater.
Nice.
And then what we do is we just tip this dough out onto a surface, floured surface. And just move this out the way. Scatter flour. Tip your dough, and you just knead very, very lightly.
Now, Sam, we've all been sharing stories of when we met Tata Madiba and the role that he played in our life, but I know that you've got a very interesting story as well.
Yes, I was very, very lucky to have met him once in an early part in my career. I was the functions coordinator at a wine farm in Stellenbosch, and he was in office at the time, and he came to visit the estate, and we heard that he wasn't going to be staying for the dinner, but he was still going to do a tour around the farm. So all the staff gathered out on the estate, all desperately trying to meet him, and I thought this was my chance, so I boldly stepped forward and put my hand out to meet him, and I had his security try and push me away, and he stopped his entourage, and he said to me, I can never resist shaking the hand of such an impressive-looking young lady, which was a wonderful compliment and so very charming. So I was feeling I sort of, told him what I thought of him, how wonderful he was, and it was a magical moment for me in my life.
Oh, definitely something to remember, hey?
Yes,
Such
absolutely.
a gentleman, Tata Madiba.
Yeah, just very charming.
Wonderful.
So the other thing to do is you don't really need to bother rolling it out. I just pat it out with my hands, and then you just very quickly press them out.
All right.
Pop them onto a tray.
Yeah. Absolutely. This was so easy. I can't believe that it was so easy. And if you would like the recipe for our quick and easy scones this morning, all you have to do is SMS the word Sasko to 33728, and we'll gladly send you your shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself. So quick, so easy. I can't even wait to just tuck into these babies.
Yeah, the next thing to do is to make sure you do a little bit of an egg wash on top.
Yes.
And you can actually, what you do is, while the oven is preheating, you can pop these in the fridge.
Yeah.
For about 20 minutes while the oven's preheating. Yeah. And then it also helps them with the rising.
Okay.
So that's what we do.
And because they're not like these perfect little balls, like I see like these little cracks in between, it's what's going to give it that beautiful rusticy look at the end.
And it gives you that kind of a texture, very sort of natural. And 20 minutes, 200 degrees C, and that's it. You've got your scones. The beauty about scones is you've got the butter and the cream and the jam to go with it as they come out the oven.
Perfect combination. Well, if you'd like to see one more time how we made these beautiful scones, here you go.
Place butter, eggs, sugar, baking powder and milk into a mixer and beat on a low speed. Add flour and mix briefly. Turn dough out, knead, then cut out rounds. Brush with egg, then refrigerate for 30 minutes. Brush again with egg, then bake until golden.
That keyword once again is Sasko. SMS it to 33728 and we'll send you your shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself. Thank you so much, Sam.
Pleasure. It was wonderful to be here today. What a
You've
special
spoiled
day.
us, and thank you so much for that beautiful story as well.
Thank you.
Shows why we all love Tata Madiba so much. Well, we're going to head over to the guest that we have in studio, Tia Black. I'm going to prepare one of these scones for her. I'm sure she'll love it.